Welcome to Inner Peace Pathways. You're taking a free course in the Peaceful Portals Pathway. And the lesson today is, why do I need self-care? First, let's talk about what is self-care. Self-care is the art and practice of noticing what you need to live a joyful and fulfilling life, and then deliberately going about doing those things on a regular basis that are both nurturing and purposeful. Self-care simply is how we honor the self. Trauma can make us feel fractured, where we've lost all or part of ourselves somewhere along the way. But nothing has been lost. Maybe some parts of you are hidden, and they're just waiting for you to seek them out and bring them back. And if you do this, you will slowly build a bridge back to yourself with oneness, wholeness, and unity. After I discovered my husband's affair, I lost the desire to do nearly all of the things that I used to love. Nothing I enjoyed before brought me any joy anymore. But slowly, little by little, all of them are returning to me, and it's like being reunited with long-lost friends. Recovery from trauma is the most epic quest that we may take in all of life. And it's the one that I'd argue is the most worthwhile. So, why does it matter? When I learned that trauma caused my own brain to become dysregulated, with that revelation, I understood the need for my own recovery from betrayal trauma. Learning how to rewire my brain back into wholeness became my quest of a lifetime. My own dark night of the soul became my purpose. Before this happened to me, I really didn't know what self-care was. And being raised in a religious culture of losing myself in the service of others, I thought self-care was rather selfish. I spent my whole life being a wife, a mother, a church member, a member of my community, and there really was no time left over for me. At the end of the day, I really didn't understand that in order to take care of others, I needed to take care of myself first. If there's anything good about betrayal trauma, is that it forces us to let go of everything that doesn't matter, because we are thrust into survival mode. And everything that happens in those first few days, weeks, and months is critical, or it doesn't get done. Shortly after moving into my own apartment, my day consisted of eating, sleeping, taking a long salt bath, reading, and trying to figure out what had happened to me and what I was going to do about it. That was it. I quit my calling at church. I quit answering the phone. I stopped being a ministering teacher in my church. I just stopped. I stopped everything. I stopped things that caused me difficulty. I stopped things that caused me joy. Moving around was so painful. I felt like I was wearing a cement suit slogging through mud. Thankfully, my daughter, who was living with me, got a puppy. Because she was working, it was my job to take care of the puppy and to potty train him. I'm pretty sure that job saved my life. I had to keep him alive to train him and take him on walks. I had a purpose. Many of the things I'm teaching you now, I learned quite by accident, only later to learn that they were supporting the research and the science. It turns out that having an animal in the house is very healing for trauma survivors. Who knew? Trauma gives you the gift of slowing down, cutting back, and cutting out the crazy, enough to figure out, what do I need? How do I feel? What do I want? It forces us to come to terms with the idea that I really do matter. What self-care entails is finding out What does it mean to show you that you really matter? Now is your chance to nurture yourself. Imagine a very dear friend came to you with your exact set of problems. What would you do for her? How would you help her heal? So often it's easier to think about and care for other people. So think about it. What would you do for her? Now do that for yourself. So next we're going to learn some self-nurturing practices in the next video. Thank you for joining us, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.